It's extremely important to have a healthy body because that's where a healthy mind lives in. And here on City 1016, on That Talks, we are talking about having a healthy body with a trainer who's actually been an assistant to the head trainer who was training Hrithik Roshan. So this guy is part of the journey which has transformed Hrithik Roshan's entire body. And now I'm privileged to be training with him. Bishal, how are you doing? And
I'm
thank
doing
you
very
so
well.
much for taking your time out.
Thank you so much for having me with you.
Bro, I know as a parent and every single father out there, they realize that the most important thing for them is to have a healthy mindset.
That's true.
Especially, when you have a new entity coming in your life, will truly madly deeply love with all the chaos, with all the work, with all the chaos back home here in the UAE. How do we keep ourselves fit?
The biggest problem I have seen here is because, see, that when we are over the age of 30 to 40, that's where we develop our career. Then when we think about being a parent, I mean, we have about another two things I suppose you can say. I mean, having a career to take care of the things, your family backgrounds and everything. And then you got to have a child to take care of. What happens like you go into a mess, you don't understand what to take care of. I mean, you forget about yourself. Then when you develop all this extra fat, your lifestyle change, and it's like, you're not able to understand how do you set the routine for yourself. I mean, just like organizing. I mean, you're good enough. Like I say, you might be the best in your career, but you are not amazing as balancing your health. So then when we lose one path, then we lose.
All tumbles down. It's like a domino effect.
That's right. That's right.
So now let's get into the deep diving of it. When it comes to the aspect of organizing ourselves, like you said, could you please tell me, like for a parent like me, who is now 40 years old, who has a very erratic lifestyle because my daughter keeps waking up at 2 a.m., at 4 a.m. sometimes, early stages of parenthood. Now I'm half of the time in figuring out ki organize karun kaise. What is that one thing that I must do every day?
For example, if you don't have a time, if you have a erratic lifestyle, you have to wake up in the middle of the night for a baby. Of course, I understand that. But the point is, at least to take care of your vitamins. First of all, your vitamin, which is definitely 95% of people in UAE. So let's say you get exposed to sunlight, you walk in the mall for 15 minutes, let's say. I mean, you can carry your baby to walk in there. At least your wife can get same walk on the side. I mean, you can have a conversation like that's how you manage your time. At the same time, you get your active lifestyle done. And again, apart from that, try to maintain your food, meaning understand how do you make sure your food is eating a high amount of protein, how I'm controlling your carbs. That's what we do. A major mistake here is we don't understand. We try to have a lower meals in the, let's say, lower calories meal in the morning and go heavier meals at night. That's when you develop extra calories. They say it doesn't burn out, right?
That's what I do. Oh my God, look at this. I know that in last few months, I've put on easily 4 to 5 kilos. And that's only because of eating heavy calorie meals late in the night instead of early in the morning. Because early in the morning, I just do only coffee. My first meal is at 1:32, which I'm pretty sure is.
So what I have seen, like major problem with new dads, let's say the new parents is, it's not only the dad, it's the mother also at the same time, because everyone is working here. We have work at the same time, we have work as a family. So what we do is like, we forget our food. We skip our meals. Before you skip a meal, before you get hungry, you order, When we order bad. Let's say we go to the apps, Talaba, Zomato, Kareem, delivery. Like, what we do is like, make sure you eat a food before you get hungry. That's the main key secret of avoiding all these extra calories,
What a brilliant, brilliant tip right here for all the dads and moms out there. Eat before you feel hungry, because he's so right. My entire history on my food ordering apps is all about those garlic butter naans and those amazing juicy chickens with gravy, which are so thick, which are now lying here.
Which are lying around this.
But you know what? We'll get into a bit of a workout. A few workouts, if you can tell me about when it comes to being, able to hold your kids for longer. Let's check them out.
All right, let's move ahead.
Getting into the training session of it, and in a place like Dubai, you get this. Dumbbells that are made out of
All are gold, bling bling.
We're taking one home each. It's 25 pounds, the weight. And why have I picked this up? Because it's this exact same weight of Alana today. And what is that one exercise that I should do?
I mean, you have to make sure you be able to carry the things like that, yeah? Can you be able to carry like that for pettiness?
I think I can. For 10 minutes, for 1 hour, for 2 hours, I think I can do this.
So again, like you have to carry that. You should be able to carry her like that, right?
Oh, no.
No, but you cannot throw her like that. This is wrong movement. That can create, that can create a problem with spine lines.
Oh, okay. So we have to stop doing that.
So being a dad, you have to be able to take care, like, so if you show her activity, like, I mean, when she, like, let's say, when she be like double of this weight, how do you do the double of weight? Let's say now I'm gonna grab this one. Now see heavier.
Yeah.
It's still $1, right?
Yeah.
So you make sure you carry here.
Oh, okay. So we'll carry her like.
So you have to practice for that.
Okay. Well, that is really, really cool. So in today's Dad Talks, Bishal here taught me a workout which is extremely useful for all the dads out there. Here is a dumbbell, and you gotta keep it like this, because this is your child, and you gotta keep moving like this for 1 hour. We'll help you with your delts, with your biceps, with your forearms, with your shoulder, with your spine, and with your heart.
And again, when you're carrying anything from the ground as a being that, mistake that we do, that creates a problem to our backbone is like this. Like this is how we carry.
Yeah.
But when you're carrying the things at any weight from ground, you make sure use the spine line, use the legs on the ground, then you carry here.
Ah, okay.
Then you're safe.
Okay, yeah.
Being a father, you have to be safe as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. I don't want to break my back. The most important thing about, carrying a child is
You have to be able to run
right
with her.
posture, yeah. Oh, wow. As a dad, yes, workouts help, but these tips are priceless, so do check them out. And now let's talk about the nutrition. We are in a fighting ring for the right reasons, because it's always about putting a good fight, not
Against
with
the
the
food.
world, but
The food.
the food. So, Bishal, if you could please tell me, how do I divide my day, and how can parents divide their day when it comes to the breakfast, the snack, the lunch, the snack, the dinner?
Yeah. So basically, the major problem I have seen the people to get extra weight and not having a regular habits is like because they're able to understand their breakfast, their lunch, dinner. I mean, how do you separate that? Because they're having first thing in the morning is a coffee. So what I do in the morning, let's say, as my routine as an active life routine, I wake up in the morning, have a green juice. I mean, in place of having caffeine, the caffeine keeps you dehydrated, your body becomes dry, and we're living in the country where it's super hot, 40 to 50 degree, and you're not hungry. Caffeine makes you stay suppress the hunger, yeah. And at the same time, it keeps you dehydrated,
Yeah.
and you don't want to eat the food. And when you get hunger, like let's say your hormones pushes you towards your brain cells like towards you like bad foods. You don't want to eat anything like that's a lighter food. So you go towards like a food that you have a craving towards. Let's say for example, you have a naan maybe. For me, let's say momo, let's say.
And I'm the best example of that.
Yeah.
But having said that, what to start the day with and how to continue
So
it?
basically, in the start, you have to start a day with a breakfast with the eggs, or oats, the granola, Greek yogurts,
And instead of coffee, you can do some
the green
juices.
juice, green
Green
juice,
juice.
green juice in the morning, and like try to have a first thing in the morning. You have to have a fresh water. Let's say 300 ml of water, or 400 ml of water, minimum as a 1 glass, 2 glass.
The first thing that goes
First thing in the
inside is
morning,
water.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, and then a lot of dads, they say 30 to 40, they have a bloating problem. If you have you seen that, like even this is not a fat, but it's a bloating.
Yeah.
The main reason behind it is because you're not eating your food on time. You're skipping your meals.
And that's water retention and bloating.
One is water retention, other one is bloating and your gut health. To avoid that, you have to have apple cider vinegar in the morning with the water.
Okay.
That's gonna help. Second thing, as a breakfast, you can have let's say the high protein, let's say eggs. Of course, it's nice. You can have one slice of bread. You can have let's say the granola, Greek yogurt, oats, overnight oats, chia seeds. I mean, later in the afternoon, you can have let's say if you like sweet, there are a lot of sweet craving. You can have let's say the energy balls, like fat feed balls,
protein
like
bars.
protein bars, like let's say what are the options we have? Healthy one.
Yeah.
And then we go to lunch. Don't skip your meals. Like a lot of people skip their lunch. If you have 1 to 2 heavy meals, lighter, let's say heavier protein, you can have better to have a rice in the afternoon than night. A lot of people have a salad in the afternoon and have rice at night. Or
So rice in the afternoon is better than having it.
yes, because you are sleeping at night, right? So basically you have a small time frame towards your bed. So you store that fat and then get other energy. Let's say if you have a rice in the afternoon, you don't store that fat.
Okay.
So we use as energy.
And the night and
In the night,
is there an evening snack that we should do, or just
you can have if you're a person who likes snack, you can have a lighter like a cucumber, kiwi, apple. That's like a fast, easily accessible in the road. Let's say when you're driving, you can get from the supermarket, right?
Okay.
Those things like and the night like try to have a soup or a high protein. Let's say don't stick to the heavy carb. Let's say roti, a chapati. A chapati is light. It's fine. 1 or 2 chapati is fine.
at the night also?
At the night it's fine. But not a heavy rice, not a biryani. Let's say not a naan, like how we do.
Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. It's a very good tip for all the dads out there. Now, let's talk about, people cutting down on carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of dads out there who have put on weight, who are feeling unfit, who are, getting difficulty breathing. Are carbs that bad the way they are intended or meant to be?
No, the mistake and the myth people have in mind is whether they go extreme or whether they go zero.
Okay.
Yeah, because the reason people fail is because like a lot of people I have seen as a client like, listen, I want to go crazy, I want to cut down, I want to lose everything. People, if your brain has to be ready, your body has to be ready for that. Say somebody like let's say you Like you have a different lifestyle. If you want to go extreme to the like zero carbs, you will fail because you cannot sustain that. You have to go slowly, gradually to maintain your carbs. And carbs is very good for your muscle cells.
Okay. So
Your brain
carbs
cells.
is good in limited and balanced
And the
amount of-
quality carbs,
and
I
the
mean-
healthy carbs. Okay.
Quality, I mean, like complex carbs like white rice, brown bread, protein breads, wheat,
Chapatis, that
wheat chapatis. Yeah, I mean, we have in what do you call it, Indian culture, we have like a jawar, all this
Jawar
stuff.
ki roti and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, dude, that's quite amazing. And now let's get into the workout bit of it. A lot of, again, parents, as we said, let it be dad or let it be a mom. They have these watches. They give you the number of steps that you have walked.
Yeah.
How important it is to put in one workout, one sport, or say 10,000 steps a day.
10,000 steps a day is just a 500 calories. To make sure people to burn 500 calories, that's why we target people to do 10,000. I mean, that's what is our market is, you know, like people know, like, okay, I have to walk 10,000 steps, but that's not a lot of calories. It's just a step, like to keep it. But better than doing nothing is better to do steps. But to keep yourself active and lifestyle, I would prefer to say at least 3 times a week, you have to do a strength training or a training that utilize your muscle mass.
So strength training 3 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, can be Pilates, can be strength, hardcore yoga, or can be the strength training or the weight training, can be boxing, but different form. But cannot be only a cardio. That way you lose muscle mass.
So doing a lot of cardio will make you lose muscle mass. Strength training will gain muscle and lose fat.
Yeah, because the problem is when you cross over 35 to 40, we started to drop down in a testosterone level. Our hormones drops down. I will start to lose our muscle mass. So because to stay longevity, to be healthy and stronger, you will have more muscle mass in our body. That's what you keep you healthy and stronger. So basically, if you just do a cardio, you lose the muscle mass.
Let's come back to the point. Bishal right here is a transformation trainer. He has actually trained with Hrithik Roshan, transformed his body, and now he's here in the UAE, train people, especially parents, who really need a transformation journey or motivation. Now, Bishal, when it comes to people like us here, you know, who have daytime jobs, like responsibilities at home, here and back home, how do we take out time, and what is it that your transformation journey promises us as parents?
See, I mean, I can never compare my lifestyle to yours because see, I'm a health coach and I prioritize my health first of all because your job is different. Because as a career, I will say I'll prioritize my health because training you itself is a job. So when it comes to parents, understanding different lifestyle of parents over here having a different jobs, the problem they are not able to find a time is see everybody has 30 minutes of day.
Yeah.
It's just prioritizing towards your health. It's just about prioritizing. Yeah. See now maybe you are lying down and playing with your reels or Instagrams or TikTok. You just have to make sure that you move downwards, go to the grocery. We don't want to use the car. We don't order from the apps. So even if you move for 30 minutes a day, I think that's enough for cardio. At least, you know, carrying those grocery bags can work on your shoulders and your traps. Just carrying like something like that. But at least you do something, you know, like even the grocery bags can make you help. We don't order hard alone.
Great point. You know, because now everything has become so convenient. Delivery in 12 minutes, delivery in 30 minutes, delivery in 40 minutes of the food that you would normally go to a restaurant for. भले गाड़ी में parking करके आप चल के जाओगे. But now everything of that has stopped. So the biggest point is get up, get out and move. And when it comes to the transformation, it's people like Bishal who inspires people like me, a parent. And my question, which is extremely important for me right now, is to be motivated, to be driven as to, you know, how many days will it take me to actually get transformed?
See, looking at your physical current status, your lifestyle, your routine, you're 1 year old baby. What I can say, if I give you a time frame to target, and if I give you a time frame of, I'll give a time frame of photo shoot, and we'll come back to the same podcast, 90 days from the date 25 of July, today.
Yeah.
We'll come back in 90 days with a different third one. And that's our promise.
Thank you so much, Bishal, for your time. I'm so grateful for all the tips. Let's do this. Thank you.
Thank you.